Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to this YouTube channel. Myself Ram, and here we'll develop one chat application by using WebSocket. So let's do that. So let me create one backend project, and here WebSocket concept is mainly used for sending or receiving messages from two other different end. So I'll give name as chat application, and things are good, and the dependency will be as WebSocket dependency. So only this is required for us for this application. So that's it. Let's go ahead, and meanwhile till the time it's got loaded. Okay, fine. So let's create. So the second thing we need to do here, we need to create configuration for WebSocket. So for that, let's create a configuration class, and in this configuration class we'll enable broker message. WebSocket message broker will enable. So this will be take care of sending and receiving messages through the network. Let's do that. Enable WebSocket. Enable. Okay, what happened? Let's make it as at the right configuration first. What is happening? Okay, let me create a different name. So let's create as a chat configuration class, chat configuration, and here we'll do the same at the rate configuration and at the rate enable WebSocket message broker. So this we need to enable, and along with that, just give me 1 minute, and along with that we'll create uh, we'll override before that we'll implement one interface, that is WebSocket message broker, and there it has some method that will be used for registering our endpoint and the origins and the topics, other stuff. So let's do that implement, and the interface name is WebSocket web. Let's see, it will suggest WebSocket message broker configure. This one we needed, and the very first method which we are going to override is that is register stomp endpoint. So let's override that, register stomp endpoints. Okay, and here we'll register the endpoint. So the endpoint will be the location on which client will connect with and start doing communication. So on this we'll register add point, and the path will be as, let's do as chat app, chat hyphen app. So this is the endpoint. Now we'll do configuration, we'll enable it for all the clients so that origin can be in anything, so there won't be any cost policy issue. For that, set allowed origins will be all, and let's enable uh, with sockjs. So with sockjs. So this is done. Now let's override another method, and there will register topic. So for that, the method is configure message broker, this one, and in this let's add topic. So the function name will be as enable stomp broker. So here we'll add topic. Let's make it as a sample. So the user should subscribe this topic to receive the messages. And also let's add prefix for the sender. Whenever sender will send message, so he has to add some prefix if he will register here. So let's do that. So for that, set application destination prefix. So let's make it as /app. So now our configuration is done. So now we need to create one endpoint through which user will send messages, and that is chat endpoint. And in this, let's make it as a controller so that it will be exposed to service call controller. And in that we'll create a method that will be receiving, so public, and it will also return the string. So string will be the return type, and publish method name, let's keep add as publish message1. Here we are planning to create two publisher so that two different user will communicate each other via WebSocket. So let's make it as message1, and it is expecting string of messages message, and now let's return the same. So whenever we will return, so this return value will be put to the topic, so that whoever is subscribed to that topic, that will read those messages message. Now to make it as in our REST application, we'll do REST map, request mapping or get mapping, something like that. But here in WebSocket we have to make it as message mapping. And in message mapping we'll provide the URL. So this is, suppose publisher 1 is publishing, so user 1, here let's make it as user 1, it is of string. So user 1 is publishing message, and for the, and this message will be published. This is from where message is coming, and this is to which message will be published. So that will be @send to, it will be sent to, will specify here URL, and we have taken the from here the topic is sample, the base topic is sample. So on top of that I'll use as 1 is publishing for 2, so here I'll put as publish 2. So user 1 is publishing for user 2, and similarly let's do for other users, second user. So user 2 is publishing for 1, and this is 2. So our service is done. Let's give the port number. So port number will be server.port, it will be as 8090. Okay, now let's back to the here. So here we'll create one HTML file, new file, that will be chat client .html. So you'll create HTML objects, document objects, so that is HTML. Inside that head, inside that there will be script, and again body. Inside that we will write the code. So let's import some libraries. So for that we'll use jQuery for DOM manipulation and storm.js CDN URL. So we need to copy all these. These are the dependency which we'll be using from client side. So let's put in head section. So these are the dependency in jQuery, and this is storm.js and socks.js. So these are the dependency will be used. So now in body let's write a script for manipulating, and before that let's create here a div. In that let's create input input type text, name will be the input, and id will be message. This is the message. And let's create one button. So this is the button, id will be btn. So this is done now. And whatever messages we'll send or receive, so we'll keep on putting on dashboard, so that we can able to see what we have sent and what we have received. So in that case, let's create one more div, and here we'll give id as received message. So this is the div. And in script, let's create one variable. So where stomp client equal to null. Now I want to do all the operation after loading the document. So for that, use jQuery after document is loaded and document is ready. In that case, we'll do all the operation. So let's create function on load, and here we'll create a function to create connection. So let's create function create connection, and in that we'll create an instance of sock.js. So for that, let's create one variable where socket equal to new sock.js. Inside, let's pass the URL, server URL to which we are trying to connect. So this is http colon localhost, and the host is 8090, and the endpoint to which it will connect. So that is here in configuration. This is the endpoint to which it has to connect. So let's use that. So now instance of socket is ready. Now let's prepare it. For that, we'll use this stomp client equal to. So we have to give this URL to stomp, so that it will establish connection and start processing the data transfer. So for that, stomp dot over is a function in which we have to pass the socket instance. Now after passing this, let's connect with this. So dot, so here we'll connect. There is a connect function, connect, and inside connect, the first thing we'll pass is the subscription URL. So subscription URL is this is the subscription base URI, and here this is the subscription URL. So let's make it for subscriber 2. So this is the subscription URI, and once it will be connected, so it will give a callback. In that, it will get the connection detail. So let's name as connection data, and once it is got connected, so let's print this connection data on console.log this connection data. And once it got printed, so now read the object. So just a minute, here we don't, for the connection we don't need to give this. I did mistake here. So this will be empty, because for connection already we have passed some information, and apart from that we don't need to pass anything else. So this will be the empty. Now if it is connected, so in that case we'll subscribe to the topic. So the topic will be that which we have taken. So for that we need to call subscribe, and here we need to pass this URI. So it has to subscribe to this topic, and now it will get the data. So callback function, it will get the data, and now let's print this data on console. So console.log data will be there inside body. So body, this is the actual message which we'll get from there. So in data there will be a lot of information along with the value which we want to receive. So this is the value we are printing here. And once, so let's handle the click event when user will click on send button. So it has to send this message to server. So for that let's create here. So once if button is got clicked, so from here we are getting the button. So here we got the button instance, and on top of that if it got clicked, so we want to fire a function, and in that function what we want to perform, we want to get the value, get the message inside the text box. So for that let's create one variable message, and in that now we'll get the instance of input field, input box. So in that case let's do this, let's get the input instance, and the ID is message. So let me ID is message. So now we have got the input text ID, and let's read the value. So val function will read the value and give back to message. Once we have value, so now we want to send this to socket. So for that create a function send message. Send message, and in send message it will receive a message, and what it will do on the instance of the Storm client, it will call send method, and the very first argument is it is expecting as the data endpoint where it want to send. So suppose let's see, here we have subscribed to publish to, so it means we are the second user, and we are receiving messages from second, so we have to send message at first. So for that here whatever the message is posted to second, so that will receive, and here user first will post message on second, and user second will post message on first. So here we are receiving the publish to, okay, we are sending to, no, yep, just a minute. In configuration sample, so okay, here we subscribe to user 2, so sender will be user 1 and we are the 2. So let's make it as app slash user 2. We are 2, we have subscribed to second one, and the app we have added from here, we have given prefix and endpoint URI user 2. So prefix user 2, second will be as null object, there won't be anything, and the third one will be the message which we are publishing. So let's publish this message. So now it is done. So what we'll do now, so once user will send the message, so we want to print the same message by saying that you have posted this message. So on top of that we have got the message. So now receive this ID, for that first call this function to send the data. So now here we called this function and we have sent the message. After sending message, we are trying to print the same message for the same user. So for that, let's receive this id. So use jQuery has will represent for id, and the id is this one. So now we got the div box. Now here we'll append. What we'll append? We'll append span. Inside span, that it message is posted by the user itself. So this is you have posted this message. You have posted this message, and the message is message, and plus let's close the div tag, span tag in that span, and we want to create a new line for that, so that next value will printed in next line. Okay, and also once we have printed the message, we want to clear the text box. So in that case, let's clear the text box, and here in value section provide empty string. So it will remove the text and append the empty string. Now let's do similar thing here when we got connected. So when we are receiving messages from socket, so let's copy paste the same here, and here we'll say that this is by sender. This is by sender, and the data is data.body. So this is the message which we got from server. So this is for user 1. So let's do the similar for user 2. So I'll copy paste the same file. I'll save it. Let's copy paste the same file, so that will create two instances for user. So here let me rename the file name as 2. Okay, and in second one we are going to do as here 2, and this is the first one. Let's see. So for the first one, we'll make it as first publishing first publishing first one and receiving first one. So now let's save this, and now let's launch this on UI. So choose folder. So this is the client, chat client. Okay, now let's host. So now we have these two files. Let's create these two tab. So now we have two tab. Oh, we haven't given the button name. Let's give the button name as well. So here let's create this send, and for the second one also send. Now let's refresh the page, and let's start the backend server. Let's start this. So let's run it as a Spring Boot application. Let's debug as Spring Boot application. So application is started. Let's refresh this both, and let's see it got connected or not. So at console, nothing has happened. Okay, let's see, server is running fine, and the port number which we have given here, so that is localhost 80, chat app 8089, and here it is 8090, and here it is 8090. That is fine. Let's refresh this. Chat configuration file. Okay. So let's see what is happening here. So sample publish to, let's put debugger here. Okay, I did one mistake. I have created one function, but I'm not calling this function. So how the connection will be created? Silly mistake. Let's do that as. So now this will, now here function will be called and connection will be created. Let's do the same for the second file. Here also. So now let's save and refresh the page. So now let's remove this debugger and observe the console. Okay, now subscribed and connection got created. For the second one also, let's see the console. It also subscribed and got created. So now let's send a message from here. Hi. So it is not printing here. Let's see what is the mistake which I have did. So $.append send message value message correct. Okay, it's fine. Hi, it is not being called. Okay, let me debug it. So from source, this is the file. Here button is got clicked. So let's click on. Okay, not getting. Oh, the name which I have given is mistake here from my side. This is btn. Okay, this was the problem. So let's resolve this from here also. btn. Now it is looks good. So let's go and refresh the page. Refreshed. Refresh. Let's send message from here. Hi. So I have sent it hi. So it's saying you, and let's see on the second page. So here sender. Let's remove this and let's keep side by side. So let's minimize this. Now here easily we can observe how communication is happening here. So let's send from here. How are you? Let's send it. So here we received the message, how are you? And let's send from here. I'm fine. And what about you? What about you? See, same time message is populating. I'm good. Good. See, so everything happening as per our expectation. So now we have successfully developed one chat application, and here we are able to see the messages from one end to other end. So here the whatever is receiving, that is as a sender, from sender and from us. So this pretty much from this session, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. So please do subscribe this channel, and thanks for watching.